All right, my friends, we'll call him Keith. Keith writes in, and I know Keith, good guy, worked with him last year. He works for a large Midwestern plant, and they're furloughed, I think is what he said, so he's not making any money right now. Anyway, yeah, it infuriates me. This infuriates me. I tried not to get mad, but every time hey, the numbers just came out today. First quarter GDP, first projection is down 4.8% according to the BEA, Bureau of Economic Analysis. 4.8%, well above what anyone expected. Well above. Now they're just saying it's preliminary. They don't know for sure, but they're just freaking nuts. All right, so anyway, lots of people out here running on the roads without practicing social distancing. Good for them. Anyway, so Keith writes in, he says, look, Josh, I'm not making money, and that could hurt my retirement. I don't think it will because he's got no debt if memory serves. But anyway, so he goes, should I invest the money I've got sitting on the side? Because he's got money on the sideline. He's got money on the side, which is always a wonderful thing. And we'll invest half in the S&P 500 and half in the energy ETF because the energy ETF has been just hammered. He says, I'll wait until December and cash it out, expecting a pretty significant bump. And that way I can basically make up for the money I lost because I wasn't working. The answer to this, my friend Keith, is unequivocally, without question, without even any kind of thought on this. No! Don't freaking do that! No! 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 You never invest in short-term hoping to make up lost ground. Never, ever. Don't ever do that. Oh, please. For all the reasons I've stated on my channel, investing is for you're literally investing. You're investing in future growth of earnings of companies that we use and you work at. The future growth, you can invest in it with a pretty good expectation as long as the Bolsheviks stay at the freaking gates and not take over the country, that these companies will return to making money. Even after Dr. Fauci goes to greener pastures, and even after the scarf queen, Dr. Birx, goes to greener pastures, these companies will remain, and these companies will have customers, and these companies will be profitable, and you'll have your work back unless you retire. That's investing. We're investing under the premise that these companies that we own a share in, this tiny sliver, you don't have any voting. I mean, you can vote, but it won't mean anything. But the sliver that you own, you are attached at the hip to the companies of America that we use every single day. I'm going to Costco right now, for instance. Gonna go load up. I'm gonna see if they got some, load up on some beef, hopefully, I don't know. Load up on some vegetables, and I'm gonna freeze dry these puppers. And then I'm going to vacuum seal them. Freeze dry? Dehydrate. Then I'm going to vacuum seal these. We'll see what they got. If not, I'll go to a local farm. I've been, if I had to call around local farms and see if they got any ground beef that they have out there ready to sell me. We shall see. That's being a prepper. Nothing wrong with that. Doesn't make you think the Nazis are coming or the commies, but it does say at the end of the day, I want to make sure in these 7 fat years that I'm prepared, I take advantage of it to deal with the 7 famine years that are coming, which may or may not come. I don't know. We don't have Joseph telling us this, but be it as it may, it's always good to be prepared. When you're prepared, you need not fear. All right, so going back to Keith now. If he were to do this, whoa, the lady's right there. Gotta get over on the side, sister. If he were to do this and the markets go up, hey, that could be great. Then he's going to sell it. And I think it's in an IRA, so it won't have any capital gains, so that'd be fine. But that could work. But it's all speculative. It's all speculation. I mean, literally, this is a 50-50 odds. That's not good. 50-50. In fact, if you look at like momentum and trends and stuff like that, I'd say the odds are against you from making money. Because there is something called momentum and trend investing, which I actually subscribe to to some degree. But, kind of like in football, they said that momentum's with the Patriots. Well, it is until they get a holding penalty against the Colts in the AFC Championship when they're up 21-3. All of a sudden, just like that, momentum turned against them, and they're driving. Had the ball in the freaking Colts split. I think 40. I think it was a 3rd and 8. They got a first down, but it was a holding penalty. Then they had a punt, and after that, they lost the AFC Championship. I'll never forget that. Momentum's with them until it turns against you. And that's the thing. You don't know when the momentum's going to turn. Same with the markets. We don't know. No one knew March 9th the momentum would turn in 2009. No one knew what, I guess it's the March of this past year, like 27th or something like that. No one knew. So anyway, well, momentum goes, and usually there is some momentum and trends. And if that is true, we could see the momentum going against you or for you. We just don't know which way it's going to be. Part 2 of this, we have to factor in the fact that this is going to be, look, the markets are forward looking about 3 months, all right? They're 3 months. So what are the markets doing now? Well, we had basically, 3 weeks of horrific losses. We've had 3 weeks of incredible gains. What's coming next? Do we think there's going to be still gains? Because 3 months from now, the markets will be resounding positive profitability? I mean, I don't know, maybe. But it's pure speculation. That's pure speculation. You never invest as a speculator, as speculative. You always invest as an investor. Speculation is gambling. When people say the stock market is gambling, they're A, that's stupid. But B, what they're saying is a short-term stuff, and it is. Short-term investing is gambling. It's speculation. Speculation is gambling. Is all there is to it. You're betting. Investing isn't betting. Investing is making a pretty safe assumption that could be proven wrong. But America will, and the companies that we frequent, will continue to make profits. That is not speculating. That's investing. And investors need to be there for the long term, because in any given quarter, in any given year, crazy stuff happens. But when you're an investor, you're saying, I just don't care. I'm in there for the long term. And we don't invest. We don't mix betting and investing. Those two things should never, they're mutually exclusive. They should never be commingled. You always invest for the long term. That means you ride it out, thick or thin. You ride it out, you ride it out, you ride it out, because your investing is based solely on companies making profits. That's what you're investing in. When you're speculating, you're betting that the market, whatever the market is, blackjack, freaking the Patriots, NCAA basketball, you're betting that your bet will turn up heads and the other guy's bet will turn up tails. Don't do that, man. Not with your long-term money. This is long-term stuff. Long-term stuff. You cannot mix betting and investing. Those two things do not mix. It's like oil and water, right? Oil and water don't mix. Something like that. So don't do that. I hope this helps, man. Love to hear your comments. All right, we'll see you.